You can get Taylor Swift for the price of Coldplay.
Or you can get Coldplay for the price of Taylor Swift.
I don't know, because like the thing is like, yeah, we could have someone really famous, or we could have someone that's really good at like acting and improv.
True.
Listen, Flo Rida is a clean 50K.
Flo Rida?
Wait,
No, that was Uncle Cracker. That was Uncle Cracker.
Pitbull
God,
would be
we're
pretty.
gonna-
Pitbull would be pretty funny, but also.
How much does it cost to book Pitbull?
I don't know, but remember when Drake played Fortnite with Ninja? Does anybody remember that?
I do remember that.
Yes, I do.
If you're what it reminds me of.
Pitbull's booking fee is $500,000 to $875,000.
Oh
You know what?
God.
That's
We can-
just
we
the
can do it.
house.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone watching, we now have a stretch goal. We'll make a Patreon
If the
just for
five
this.
of us contribute $100,000, we can meet the minimum.
Guys, I don't want to get
Let
on
me
here.
just go to the bank real quick and get a large loan.
Now, usually I hate it when people beg for money, but guys, please, like, come on.
We just have to not buy anything at all, and I mean nothing.
Wait,
For probably like 5 years each.
but you know what'd be so funny? I feel like Pitbull's character's name would be like Mr. 305, or he named it,
He's a Warforged. Yeah.
Oh my
or he'd be like, "This is my D&D character, Mr. Worldwide." Like,
Well, with celebrities, how many what celebrities do you think would just like play themselves in D&D? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, Nick Cage.
Yeah.
I feel like
How much does Nick Cage
The
cost?
Rock would play himself
Yeah.
in D&D.
I learned something
yeah.
crazy. Apparently, when The Rock does movies with people, The Rock has it in his contract that he
Yes.
can't lose fights. So quote unquote, he can lose, but it has to be either from the environment or from an action that he takes. Another person cannot beat him in a fight.
wow.
Wild.
And I was like, there's no way that's true. And then I like remember like Fast and the Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. Like I look back on like Black Adam and I'm like, yeah, like he either runs away or just like gets injured by like the environment. Like nobody actually kicks his ass, which is kind of wild.
Okay, so this is very off topic, but I've started a list of very weird questions to ask on a date. Will I ever ask them? Probably not. But one of them is, because I feel like most people have not seen Fast and the Furious, it's just a meme. But one of them is what's your favorite Fast and the Furious movie? And I just
Okay.
expect someone to be like, 2. You know, like...
Fast 10 your seatbelts, yeah.
Fast 10 your seatbelts.
Whenever anyone mentions Hobbs and Shaw, it like teleports me back to a very specific time in my life, because my sophomore year, once on a Friday night, like my roommate was out of town, like I had nothing going on and I was just like miserable. So I took the bus to the movie theater and saw Hobbs and Shaw by myself, and I truly think that like I got like mono a month later, I think, but seeing Hobbs and Shaw alone was my rock bottom. This was a couple months out from COVID, but no, none of that. It was Hobbs and Shaw all alone on a Friday night.
That's so fucking funny.
How like between like Darby, just for you, between seeing Hobbs and Shaw alone, how many more steps were there before like therapy began? you know what I'm talking about? Or is it like
I think
a next day sign up kind of thing?
I'm trying to time it out.
That's actually the prerequisite for therapy is you
Yeah,
have to see
yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw
Have
by
you seen
yourself.
Hobbs and Shaw?
By yourself. By yourself.
That's the insurance qualification.
Yeah.
You might be sad, but you have to go see this movie first.
You have to go see this movie by yourself on a Friday night.
See,
Yep.
the best thing that come out of Hobbs and Shaw, and I still like remember this, the trailer music, it's a song called Fight, and it's the orchestral version of that song, and it is still one of the best pieces of music I've ever heard, but the entire movie was just mid the whole way through, because I did see Hobbs and Shaw. I wasn't alone though, and I wasn't in a theater. I saw it illegally.
Hey,
I committed. Oh, wait,
Get him!
I pirated
right
it.
now. Hey!
Get him.
Shit.
Get him, boys. This has all been a sting.
Punish him. Kill Rahi.
That was almost
Got him.
that
Woo,
was
woo, 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 woo.
that was almost as bad as the you're the best.
You're the best.
You're the best.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I did have some stuff kind of cooked up in my bean of like rhymes for each character's name, and like if I had to string them together, it'd be "You're the best" all of the time, which I absolutely love.
Well, you'll have to use it later on when he comes back.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Wait, Drew and Darby, did you burp at the same time, or was that just Darby?
And that was just Darby actually just is able to multiply their voice.
It echoed.
Exactly.
You both went like that. I was like, did you synchronize your burps?
You burped and also
What?
clicked the soundboard at the same time.
I don't know how to do a soundboard. I don't know if it would be useful. Potentially. I just
It's just all of
Laundry,
her.
laundry, laundry.
Go now, laundry.
No, one of the things we should actually just do D&D in silence one day, but I'm playing the video. It's 1 hour of silence broken up by random Vine boom sound effects.
Oh my god. It's just what like interpretive like facial expression D&D just like
Yeah. Or like breaking news style, where like we lose points every time someone breaks character.
I would walk off of the stream. Do you know how often you guys make me lose my shit?
Exactly.
I was like watching the short, like a bunch of all of our shorts the other day, and I was like, Drew really loses it so much.
Because you guys are so fucking funny. Gab, I watched it like 6 times in a row, and I laughed every time. Just you saying, I just got out of a toxic relationship. I was losing it.
Abe, I watched it so many times. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good.
Also, Kate, are you in the thematic music? Do you want to hear the music?
Shit.
Oh, I have to join the YouTube activity because I was the first one to join it.
It's a different sound.
It is a different sound.
Thank you.
I can't hear it, so
you.
I need to test that out. But yes,
Vindication.
yes. But without any more dillying or dallying, any other announcements before we hop right into it?
Happy Pride. We said it on Monday, but happy Pride
Happy
Month.
Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride Month.
If you are
Happy
watching,
Pride Month.
Into a
if you are
deal
watching,
today.
we support you, and you are always welcome here at our little table.
We are
Also-
sponsored by Target's Pride Month collection.
No, and also,
Darby, please repeat what you just said.
Sashay into a deal today.
what?
Happy Pride Month.
Hi, gay. Happy Pride. Sashay into a deal today.
What is that?
I'll put it in music media.
It's a joke on corporations during Pride Month.
Oh, that really is what it is, though.
Oh, speaking of which, did you see that Xbox changed their logo from their Pride flag to like it's sponsoring for a new game, but it shifted from the Pride flag to like the fires of hell. So it wasn't. I don't think it was intentional.
Diablo. Is it
Yeah,
Diablo?
yeah, it was for Diablo. So I don't think it was intentional, but it was like, 4 days of Pride Month. Okay, burn.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Thank you. Oh, we checked something off the bounty board.
Yes, we did.
Oh.
What? Oh yeah, it was the
Still gotta
treasure.
get that
It was
bacon,
the-
though.
Mmm.
Listen, Mud can't make bacon if he
Guys, I don't think we're gonna get that bacon.
That's okay.
He can make 10 good berries a day.
And actually, you know what? I will. How
Which
do
will,
I?
if we're
Harry
on
just
the
has-
high seas, will keep you all fed every day. So
Cowrie just has to reach a level of bonding with the bagman that they don't need to give anything in exchange for the gold bars. He'll just love us so much. He'll be like, hey, as a token of our friendship, he is.
Well, here's my
increase friendship
question.
level to evolve.
I
Yeah.
thought we figured out that if we bought a pound of bacon, we would make so much more money if we traded it for the gold. So what if we do the Battle of the Bards and buy the bacon and then exchange it?
Okay.
It might be like a 1 to 3 profit sort of thing. Like
The
you know what I'm saying?
Terraborgs already own a tavern. You just haven't told me that you want to go and acquire bacon.
This is what we're doing today.
We can't.
Okay,
The Duke's earning
fuck it.
his
I'm
tips
cool
there.
with that.
Injapi?
Well,
Injapi the festival? Am I reading that right?
No, it's
What?
enjoy. It's cursive.
And Jappy.
What?
It's a
Wait,
J.
Jappy.
It says in Japanese.
Oh shit! Wait, you mean the back?
Jappy.
Damn it! I can't.
I was like, there's a P there, right, guys?
I was
having-
like, hey, are you having a stroke?
I'm
What
having-
are
Oh,
you saying?
I'm having Aaron's eye moment. Shit.
Wait, where
John's
is
Non's
this?
having a stroke. Call a
I'm
strong
never letting
A
you live
bondulance.
this down. No, damn it.
In Japan.
Drew, last night. No. As I slowly moved.
Everybody, couple things. First of all, just to kind of cap it off, happy Pride. If you're at our table, we love you. We support you, whoever you are. Unless you're the
We
dumb
are
motherfuckers
you.
who are unemployed, who are going to Target just to trash the Pride sections. Get a job, get a life, touch grass.
Yes.
And also, Catan was the hardest I have laughed all year. It is 6 months in, and that is the peak of how hard I have laughed. That I was crying.
I
During
made him weep.
Catan?
Settlers of Catan was the most fun I've had with a board game.
He put the robber on my sheep and crippled my wool industry, and then I immediately rolled, like it was a couple turns later, like we had moved, like somebody had moved it away. I rolled a 7, put it down on his wool, and then I rolled a 7 again later and put it on his rock, his quarry.
So that is what happened. But the reason that I cackled so hard is because, like, I rolled a 7, moved the robber over to one of Moss's tiles, and then I was like, how you gonna top that, huh, bitch? And then Moss immediately rolled a 7 and just moved it right back.
No, you had also just put
Built
your
a city.
second city on the wheat, and so it was like, guys, we finally chased out the bandits, and to celebrate, we've invited. Oh, come on.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Ellen, you didn't.
Yeah. Oh god.
It just drew like a hand trembling, reaching out, going, no.
My wheat empire. Big wheat. But with all of that,
We are fat and rich, but we don't have blankets.
citizens of Puffington, cover yourselves in bread when you go to bed. We don't have blankets.
They won't trade their wool with us anymore. They say we're party poopers.
Kate, I would like to. That was so good.
Because I was like, it's just like, no blanket.
Oh god, the energy is so good. Okay, do we all want to play D&D?
Yes, please, God.
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Yes, and yes. Then with all of that, as always, deep and cleansing breath, then we hop right in. Sound good?
It's not cleansing.
It's not, so, oh yeah, hell hath
The
come.
inside air is cleansing. The outside air
Hell
is
hath
not.
come to the East Coast. On
Listen,
God.
we've reached a new high score. The air quality index was 500 out of 500. It was a deep purple all day on the weather app. And you know, I could not be more proud. I got myself
Hey,
ice
look.
cream to celebrate.
Pennsylvania.
And I wept quietly
Pennsylvania
while looking
Pride.
out the window.
Pennsylvania Pride. We are record setters. They're gonna have
Don't
to.
dox yourself, Darby.
I'm zoomed in.
It-
It's only purple.
Hey, look.
It's only purple.
Hey, look, Pennsylvania Pride, we are record setters. They're gonna have to increase the cap of how bad the air can get. Let's go. Oh, cheers
Well,
to that.
Does this mean we get a Guinness World Record?
No, I'm
should've.
sure like Dubai has gotten
Yeah,
worse, you
like
know?
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Like,
California in the 90s.
Definitely like California, anywhere with a wildfire, more so than air pollution.
doesn't
Because,
Hong
like,
Kong
air-
have like the worst air, like consistently, like every year? Is that true?
Oh.
It's not this bad.
Oh, really?
Well, this is like it only gets to this point when there's some sort of
Like,
pollutants
actively, like,
in the
fires,
air,
okay.
active. Like I bet the air quality after they burned all that oil or whatever from the train was also that bad from
Yeah.
Ohio. So anyway,
Google says that New York City has the worst air.
makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh no,
Currently
but
or
a different
early or-
site says Delhi, India.
Yeah.
That-
I feel
Oh, I mean,
like
any
just 'cause the
massive
sheer amount of
population.
people-
Yeah. Bless
Oh, bless you, my goodness.
Thank you.
Well done, well done, well done.
That could be a jump scare in the birth compilation.
There we go.
Yes!
Burp compilation gonna come out. at
Apologies if that was very
point-
loud. I tried to back up. As
No,
No,
it
you're
was-
all good.
It was like the perfect scream sneeze. It was
Oh my
great.
goodness.
All right.
Oh man.
Okay, but with all that, deep and cleansing breath, to anyone who is comfortable doing so,
Yes.
you're only allowed to breathe if you have your windows closed.
Let me get my inhaler.
Okay, perfect. Gab, if you take an inhaler puff when I say deep and cleansing breath, I'm going to make that a short 100%.
I'll do it.
Perfect. Okay, then everybody please join me. For the bit. For the bit. But with all of that, we jump back in. Everything after the breath is canon. We're starting late, so we're not going to dilly or dally. I'm just going to tell you guys what happens after the after Brigand's Brawl. After, well, her, it seems you're a captain once again. As Rahi is now your first mate. Rahi being the captain of the Cat 5. The Cat 5 is now within your fleet once again. You guys all get a long rest and are supplied with food and liquor as both teams kind of patch themselves up and watch as the day in court just kind of passes by. And court cases that were allotted for the day that were already on the docket, which Rahi jumped ahead of, you were able to watch as those are resolved as well, as a little bit of entertainment as you guys are patched up. You guys are able to watch as a Fire Genasi lawyer named Reba Sweet and an Asamar lawyer named Howler Sweet. They argue for defendants and prosecutors, but half of the time they just forget the case entirely and argue about the bad blood from whatever they had going on in their past. JJ's wall that was destroyed by... Who chucked her through the wall? Was it Mud?
Mud chucked Dara through the wall, I believe.
Yes. After Dara was extracted from the wall, after everybody collectively held their breath, and then as they realized that Buttons was still alive, the wall is patched up by the bailiff, and a changeling named Inez Nak sits in the corner of the bar, comprising a shanty about the battle that just took place. And as the sun just begins to set, you're able to hear the celebrations of the Full Moon Festival grow louder and louder as fireworks and gunshots and singing and yelling and raucous behavior reaches its peak. You're able to watch as Rahi, unconscious, the longest out of anybody that was in the fight, who is slumped over onto a table in the corner, begins to stir and wake up a bit as the wings begin to grow on her back once again. With that, the floor is now yours. And everybody here right now within the tavern that was there for Brigand's Brawl, you are able to communicate with them if you want to. And the moment that you leave, you're going to enter the festival proper, and then we will see what happens from there. Make sense?
Yar.
Okay. With that, who wants to talk to who? What's going on today?
I would like to approach Dara, if I'm able.
Okay, not a problem. You approach Dara. What do you say to Dara? I'm grabbing a pencil, by the way.
Well, I approach with a drink in hand, sort of like a peace offering / apology for beating you up, or my team members beating you up more so. Wherever she is, I approach with a drink in hand and offer it out to her with one hand, and the other hand, like, offer my hand out to shake.
As you notice that, like, from the beating and the scrapes that Mud gave her, she has kind of like gauze and like tape kind of pulling together the more serious injuries. As she looks up at you, takes the drink from you, and kind of takes your hand and says, "You really know how to put it down out there, don't you? Good job."
I could say the same to you as well. My name is Olivine Terraborg. I don't think we were properly introduced.
No, we weren't introduced at all. We just immediately kind of started beating the shit out of each other. So, yeah.
That is how things go in this town. I apologize for any sustaining wounds you received.
No, it everything's gonna patch up fine. As she kind of like looks down just for a moment, her mouth kind of morphs into a frown as she goes, "I've been through worse." As she looks back up at you, and she goes, "Terraborg's the Triple S, right?"
Yes, my family owns the Triple S Tavern.
A wonderful place. I haven't had the pleasure of drinking there yet. I might stop there later.
I hope you will. It is a lovely establishment and a important stop in the Full Moon Festival.
As she smiles at you.
May I sit with you? May I join you?
Oh, yes. Yes, please. As she kind of like stands up and kind of like kicks a chair out for you to sit down in, just trying to be as polite as possible.
Oh, thank you. Of course, I while I would love to get to know more about you, I did want to ask you something more complex about what happened today. I noticed you mentioned your head was hurting during the fight, and I had a bit of a headache myself, and I saw these growths coming from your direction. If I'm being too forward, I apologize. I'm merely curious.
As you say the word growths, her taking a swig of the drink that you brought her, she goes and immediately just spits the drink out across the table and goes, what color were they?
They were pink.
As her eyes kind of like widen as she goes, like she almost like can't get words out for a second as she goes, you saw them today, or did you see them before? What do you mean?
That's a complicated question, and I like flag down a waiter to get a drink for myself and like take a quick swig. My magic is unusual. Sometimes things happen when the most minor spells get casted by me. And I saw a very old water genasi with these growths, and it said, bring me peace, in this sort of very loud song.
As you say, bring me peace, she looks at you and goes, and she's just stunned, like, by hearing you say those words.
I understand it probably doesn't make any sense. I just wanted to see if there was anything there.
She grabs your arm. She moves very close to you very quickly. And give me a quick insight check. The music will kick back up in a little bit. I just want to emphasize important moments.
22.
22. You see the shock on her face is a veil covering up a layer of relief, and you are able to, as she kind of leans in, she goes, as she like breathes, she like almost like when you get excited and your like breath kind of gets choked up like in your throat. She goes, you heard it too?
Yes. What is it?
I need to make a quick just save for her.
A save?
You are able to watch as you look into her again, beautiful, as we said before, MILF elven face.
Yes.
You're able to notice her, like, her eyes begin welling up with tears as you say that. As she goes, I don't know what it is. It's been happening ever since I left where I was, and I didn't know. No, everyone else is calling me crazy, and I just didn't know what was happening. I'm so happy that you heard that too. As this is the relief just washes over her.
Yeah, I put a hand over hers and say, where did you leave from?
Oh, you know what? Because you mentioned the word to her specifically, I would have you roll. I'm not going to have you roll for this. As she kind of just looks around just very tentatively and goes, I was on a ship coming from Golden Steam sailing west, and we were attacked by slavers. Our ship was badly damaged, and and as she says her voice kind of like breaks as she goes, and we were stranded on the mop, and we were attacked by creatures and these people, and I ran, and through luck I ended up here, and ever since I left the mop it's just been happening to me. I don't know why.
I just keep my hand on hers and say, I'm so sorry. I've never heard of someone survive and leave the mob. That's it's unheard of. I'm sure, given your situation, I don't want to call it incredible, but is there anything else you can tell me about it? Nothing. It will seem strange to me. I know what it's like to not be believed about things like this.
As you say that, because again, Elvin, she is older than you, like probably around the same, at least like appearing to be the same age as like Jasper, your own mother. And I kind of, as you say that, as like, I will believe you, like I trust what you're saying. She immediately breaks into tears, like dams bursting, and she lunges forward and she hugs you very tightly and begins crying into your shoulder.
I like slowly hug her back. I'm sorry. I did not mean to upset you or bring anything out you didn't want. And I just like hold her there.
Give me an insight check before we cut away. I'll actually start the music back up.
Let's go. That's another 22.
Another 22? A 22 is really good, so what I'll say, her voice broke on the word we, like she was traveling with people. And you realize that as she's sitting at this table, kind of healing herself alone, you realize that she's not currently with anybody. You have to imagine that whoever this we was meant a lot to her. And this we perished, and she did not.
I just hold her there and say, if it's any comfort, my crew and I, we were briefly at the well. We partook in the food chain combat, and one of the creatures involved, I believe, was from the mop, and I know one of us formed the kinship to them. I don't know if we are planning to make our travels back there and rescue this creature and bring it home, but if we do, I of course would be on the lookout for any survivors like yourself.
If you're heading that way, just you'll be able to find me. I would be more than happy to join you to help you if you would help me.
Of course, I don't know what this would look like, but I like offer like my hand like in a pirate's oath. I don't know what that.
You grasp her forearm, and she grasps yours, and she looks you in the eyes, and as she's just so happy to have met you properly.
Would you like to move the conversation to something lighter, or would you want to keep talking about this?
No, yeah, let's talk about you're blue. How's that? Yeah, and we cut away. As we cut away, anybody else want to talk about anything else with anybody else?
Mud is fully just sitting in the corner, slouched over a flagon, just like, yeah.
Mud, understandably, is going to be taking a bit of a back seat this time around.
He's available to I don't mean to be like he's not available for roleplay, because absolutely please. But yeah, he's also just visibly, you know, when like you've had a PTSD episode, you know, casually when you've just had PTSD,
just girly things,
just girly things. But like there's like this level of bone deep exhaustion to him now. That
I did have a question. I mean, after how long did it take after the battle for you to like come out of your like beast form? Would it have been immediate or like a few minutes or?
I think, did Mud drop the rage? Yes, he did.
Yes.
So, Mud was kind of forcefully snapped out of it by just like what he did to Dara.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So he's just, yeah, at least this time it didn't take him, you know, cool down.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that.
No, it's totally. You were trying not to die by your ex-wife. It's understandable.
And yeah, but also, Moss, certainly not a problem at all. Like, if anyone wants to chat, of course, obviously, but no problem at all if you want to take a backseat. You're totally cool. Awesome. But yes, her, you want to talk to the Duke?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take up. I'm gonna bring 2 things of beer. I'm gonna drop it down next to him, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna grab a thing of almonds because I learned you have to eat almonds when you're drinking beer. I'm gonna put that between us.
You were able to walk over, grab all these like little snacks and fixins, put them at a table the Duke is at. The Duke is kind of just like sitting next to Rahi as she like kind of begins to search. She isn't like fully conscious yet. If you like prodded her, she would be, but she's not like fully here
I'm
yet.
definitely not trying to prod her. I'm just like more so just
As the Duke is like has a silver platter, seemingly that he like brought from home. As he's looking into it, as you come over with the drinks, he turns to look at you, and as his wonderful curly hair and his wide hat gets out of the way, you see that because he landed onto that stool and and got knocked out, he has a shiner of a black eye. As he looks to you and he goes, "Mon cœur, I'm ruined."
You've never looked better.
Give me an immediately persuasion check. Immediately persuasion check.
Oh, jeez. Persuasion? That's a 10.
That's a 10? The Duke looks at you and goes, "You flatter me. You are lying to me, but I appreciate you trying. What woman will have me now?"
Would you like some almonds? And I like slide over the almonds.
I would
to
enjoy
his
some
platter.
almonds, yes. As he starts eating, when he eats and drinks, he starts to feel better. What do you want to say to the Duke?
I'll turn to him. First I'll take like a big swig because it's been quite the day, and I turn to him and I'm like, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday, for snapping at you and threatening to blow up your hands. Do you remember that? I just wanted to apologize. I understand, wasn't really, I know you didn't want to do this. I know you didn't want to fight, and I'm thankful you didn't really hurt that many people, and you went down quickly. Oh, that sounds really
He
bad.
looks at you and,
That's
and
really
he's like,
bad.
"You attack my honor by saying that. I stabbed that Leonin like 5 times.
I'm so sorry. You know what? I shouldn't have mentioned that. But I just wanted to call or to provoke, or I forget the word. I just want a truce. I just want to be friends. I'm so sorry.
It seemed, now I cannot imagine that Rahi is going, as he gestures over to Rahi is going to be very happy when she wakes up, but I believe knows that, legally speaking, the air is cleared. As he puts a hand on both of you and goes, "The healing process can begin and we can be a team once again."
Yeah. About that,
You're letting me go, aren't you?
No. I want you to stick around, and I just don't really want to talk to her today. I feel like she's gonna want to clear the air even more, and I don't know.
That is a nat 1. Rahi is fast asleep. Rahi is just not waking up. It's like, I think the communication will be important. Kind of shuffles her a bit. She goes, just fully asleep, dreaming noises.
Look, Duke, stop! Don't touch her.
She sleeps like I told her. You're
Okay,
fine.
well, don't touch her. I just told you I didn't want to talk to her.
Okay.
Thank you. So I was thinking maybe we drop her off at the Cat 5. She helps out, and we can talk to her maybe tomorrow.
We could just keep her here. She seems to have pulled with JJ, and then she wakes up in a tavern with a headache, as we all have before.
Okay, that works too. All right, yeah. Very excited for some festival activities. I also might have promised Coral that the other day at the tavern that you and I might come back and work a bit.
That seems fine to me. Actually, I believe that Coral is actually hosting one of the games outside of the Triple S Tavern today, so that shouldn't be too bad.
Well, maybe today or maybe tomorrow, but I said we would help, so.
Not a
we'll get the
problem.
tips. All right.
Perfect.
All right, cool. And then I just eat the almonds.
Eat the
that
almonds.
I remembered from when I was waitressing the other day.
The Duke looks at you and he smiles and just says to you, "It is good to have you back, Capitan."
It's getting there, slowly.
But surely, of course, as we cut away. Kaori, anybody you want to talk to?
Would it be bad if I were to go and nudge Rahi and see if I could talk to her? I also don't have to do it now. I could save it for a later date. I don't want to step on toes.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Like, I want to talk to Rahi.
Talk to Rahi. You
Bring her a flagon of water.
Flagon of water. Do you want her to see you coming, or do you want to make a stealth check to see if you can wake her up kind of stealthily?
Like, I don't want to like shock her awake. I just kind of want to like gently nudge her awake.
Give me a stealth or sleight of hand check as you approach like a flagon of water.
Which is better?
I'm praying for a nat one. Praying for a nat one. I'm praying on your downfall.
It's a 25.
25? How would Kaori gently wake up Rahi?
It's just sort of like I kind of put the flagon down like next to her and just kind of take 2 fingers and I'm just like poking like do.
As you begin poking Rahi, you realize that like some like little strands of hair coming out of your top knot begin to and kind of like dance on your head a little bit as you begin poking her, and you realize that like the currents become stronger and stronger the more that you poke her. As her face turned like on her, she's just like head in her arm, basically like looking over, like looking to the side, is looking at you, and you just watch as the empty pits that are her eyes. You just watch as lightning bolts kind of ripple across them, and then grow wider as storm clouds begin to form in there once again. As she, like, you now realize that she is conscious and can see you as she goes,
"Hi, crewmate."
No.
Good morning, sunshine.
It was so cold. It was really cold. I didn't like that. And she again hasn't moved her head at all, is still like laying on the bar and is just looking at you and talking with you.
I sort of like nudge the water a little bit closer. How you doing? How do we feel about recent developments?
Rahi, again, looking at you, you're able to watch as, like, again, a gauntlet fist slams into the water cup and sloshes half of it onto the table as she presses her head up with, like, a serious headache as she, water trails out of the sides of her mouth and kind of, like, onto her body as it causes the currents to focus on those little droplets as she goes, "You seem like a pretty social person. So I'm going to let you assume how I feel about all of this."
I'm sensing slight frustration, maybe?
Really?
Just a little, just a tad.
She looks over to her real quick and goes, the words are like bitten in her mouth as she goes, "Morning, Captain."
I turned to. Oh wait, are you saying hello, morning to me?
Yes, to her. Yes.
I turned to the Duke. I'm like, I thought you said we were gonna keep her asleep.
I don't know. I'm not sure how she woke up. Kaori, hello. What the fuck?
Hurry!
I'm sorry.
Rahi goes, "No, it's fine. It's fine. We don't have to talk. It's fine." And she kind of like turns away from you and goes back to Kaori and goes, "So, what's your deal?"
Oh, I do music stuff. I do pirate stuff.
I don't like music. I like pirate stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll as crew do pirate stuff, and I'll bring the music to the pirate stuff. And maybe musical pirate stuff could be good and different. I've learned recently that people sometimes don't like music, and that's new to me. So I'll have to study this. Maybe you and Mud should talk.
I don't like music because it makes me angry.
Well, it could be productive anger as music. Could be good.
As Rahi realizes that it's either going to be a hell that she lives in or a heaven that she lives in because she's locked into this for an allotted amount of time. As she goes, if I'm doing pirate stuff and you do music stuff and that makes my pirate stuff better, I will rapidly learn to like music.
Excellent. That's good.
Good. Awesome.
But anyway, I'm sorry to wake you from your good nap when we're kind of possibly on the outs right now. But I please consider that I simply must be desperate, because there is no way this conversation ends without me getting punched. But might I ask you for some advice, please?
You're able to watch as the storm clouds kind of like, they flatten a bit, almost like Rahi's like squinting as Rahi goes, go on.
Okay. So you and her, Charlotte, So you guys were married and were doing like scary, dangerous pirate stuff, it seems. And I know it's not a happy ending, because obviously you guys, like, she is different now, and you're very angry about it, clearly. Were you afraid of losing her? And what did you do when you did?
She looks at you and she goes, bold.
You are possibly the only person I know who I can ask this question to.
She points her finger almost directly touching your nose and goes, I like bold.
Okay. Cool.
Rahi sips more of the water and goes, you want to know what I did when... As Rahi kind of like cringes a bit and goes, when I realized that she wasn't coming back.
Yeah, I guess.
Looks back to her talking to the Duke. Are her and the Duke still talking?
Like occasional words, I feel like. I after this conversation, I do have like two things I want to say to Rahi now because she's awake.
Perfect. So are you guys hearing the conversation between Kaori and Rahi?
Do you want me to make a roll to see?
Rahi is one person away from you.
Okay, then I definitely hear bits of the conversation, but I don't right now because Kaori's talking to her. I don't join in. I just kind of like try to be stealthy and not like. I'm not listening.
Perfect, yeah, okay, not a problem. As Rahi looks at you and Rahi goes, when I realized she wasn't coming back, she looks over her shoulder, realizes that her is listening, and goes, first, I broke a lot of stuff. Then, I drank a lot. Then, I got into a lot of fights. Those usually calm me down, didn't calm me down this time. So then I moved to other kinds of physical interaction with just like a lot of people, like a lot of like really interesting, unique people, really funny, really pretty people. Yeah. And then I started working again. Then I got linked up in the well. I was a bouncer for a while. Then I graduated to animal trainer, because animals fucking rule. And then and then she came back, and now we're here.
Mm-hmm.
How's that sound, Duke? That sound about right? As the Duke goes, the Duke is bright red and goes, that sounds like the full story to me.
But it was worth it?
She just looks confused. Worth it for what? Worth what?
Even if everything was kind of hard and kind of bad after, and really complicated now, it was still would you still do it again?
She immediately slams her hand on the table. She stands up and goes, too much, chandelier, too much, and she walks off.
Okay, while she's walking, I will follow up behind her as she walks off.
As she's walking over to the bar to get a refill on water, maybe, you were able to kind of catch up to her and begin walking behind her. What do you say?
First, if you do want to join us, you can. You're allowed. Come to the festival. You're more than welcome. Come meet the crew. We're gonna be friends for a while. Yes, friends. Not acquaintances, not colleagues, friends. Okay. Glad you're feeling great about that. Second thing, as your captain, my first command for you is that we lost a member of our squad, and
we lost a lot of them. Yeah,
not that one. This one, your new squad. We lost a member, so you will be joining us in the Battle of the Bards, because I hear you love music so much.
I think that there might be a personnel limit for exactly how many people are allowed on stage.
Well, right now it's 4, 5. Originally there were 7, so now there's 6. So if we're allowed 7, then you have to join. But if 6 the limit, then okay.
I think the cap is 6.
Actually, is it?
Yes. What a shame.
I'll look into that first off, because maybe I'll have the Duke sit out and have you join instead.
Oh, yeah, because obviously if people had to choose a performative personality, it would be me over the fucking Duke, wouldn't it?
I'll let you know. I'll get back to you on that.
She looks at you, and goes, now, if you're gonna put me if you're gonna put me on a stage in front of tens of thousands of people, you said that our old crew is gone. Done and dusted. That's untrue.
I don't know who the old crew is, but go ahead.
I'll tell you about each and every fucking one of them.
We have so much time on this ship, so I'm very excited to hear everything.
Rahi just kind of puts her hands to her face as she realizes that in this world, traveling around takes multiple days, if not weeks at sea, where all there is to do is chores and talk to each other, and this is her hell. As she looks to you and she goes,
remember, we're friends. We're all friends here. That's
no. We're back to neutral.
No. Our group, we're friends.
Oh, I'm so glad that you all are friends.
And
wonderful.
you will be a part of that group, because you're a part of our team now.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway.
What I wanted to say, I have it on good authority, that 2 of our old members are still kicking. And as long as I know they're still drawing breath, we're gonna hatch a plan to go get them.
What's in it for us? And where are they?
She wings extend a little bit as she kind of steps up to you and looks down at you, so you have to look up at her as she says, "What's in it for you? You get to prove to me that you're still worthy of leading people. Because I don't.
That wasn't really in the marriage pact, the divorce package."
She puts a hand on your shoulder and begins kind of squeezing your collarbone a little bit and goes, "You were someone who would never leave someone behind. I really hope that hasn't changed.
Okay. I'll think about it.
You can
And
think about
one
it.
last thing. Ophia Wilson, you said you were an animal caretaker, I overheard.
Wilso, yeah.
Wilson?
She paid me fair, I worked hard.
Did you hear anything about her wanting to trap us?
I think at that point I was flying north screaming the whole way.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Wait, she betrayed you? What?
Yeah, she shot Olive.
She looks over to Olive and goes, the Genasi.
Yes.
She got shot.
Yes, by Ophia.
She looks to Olive and looks like her physical stature and goes, I don't think she could get shot and walk away.
Well, she did. And then I also made Ophia fall in love with me with the love potion. We all walked out safely, thank goodness. But yes, Olive did get shot. It was a love potion. It was a distraction so we could leave safely. Don't worry about it.
She backs off. As Rahi goes, yeah, didn't know anything about that.
Okay.
Although at the time, if I did, I probably wouldn't have helped you.
Oh no, that's fine. Just
Just
All
want to
right.
be very honest about that. But yeah,
all right. I'm gonna go.
yeah.
But you
Well,
can come join us if you want.
I'll get a speech together talking to you about Lollipop and Fuse, and then we'll talk about getting them out of the Molar Isles. So,
All right, sounds good. Let's be ride.
Rahi very stiffly gives you a salute as you turn to walk away.
It's okay, but you also have to say aye, Captain. You have to add that part. As I do that though, I want to make it more like persuasive or like
Give me a persuasion check. Yeah, sure. I'll
yeah,
allow that. Yeah.
or like intimidation. I want like some like lightning sparks coming out of my
Okay.
fingertips.
I don't. Okay, yeah. Give me whatever you think is more appropriate. Yeah.
I don't know. On that one. Run away.
Right,
I fully turn around.
You're like, you gotta say aye, Captain. And Rahi straight up puts the cup down and turns her shoulders back to look at you. And by the time she turns to look back, your ass is down the block. You are literally sprinting away.
That's it.
Oh god, that was amazing. And just because I want to give the option, Mud, anyone that you would like to talk to? If not a problem at all.
I think Mud is still trying to process things. He does have some things he wants to do. I think Mud just kind of looking down at his own hands, probably still covered in blood, in Dara's blood.
Dried, but yes.
Thinking about, like, he looks to Dara where Olive is and wants to say sorry and doesn't. He looks to like everybody like talking with each other and like getting along somehow. And Mud will try and quietly slip out of the tavern.
Okay.
Don't worry, he's not running away. I'm not rolling a new character, I promise.
Thank Christ.
But Mud would just like to find a body of water and just like wipe off most of the muck, at least from his face and hands.
Okay. Give me a quick stealth check.
Okay. Oh no. Oh dear. That's not good. Hold on. That's a 9.
9. Everybody here give me a
mindfully trips over somebody.
Everybody here give me a perception check.
Oh, baby.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
And as you're doing that,
Rip it and rip it, dude.
dirty 20.
14.
25. We see you so much.
so much.
Wait,
He's
what
just
did you
tracking
roll?
blood out.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, okay, yeah, we all see.
Yeah, no, literally, like, well, because Mud, funnily enough, you, like, being in a corner of the tavern, like, towards the back, the only way out is to go up in between, like, the main, like, half-wall entrance to the little courtroom area, and then leave at the front door, and literally every single conversation here that is relevant to you stops as they just watch you kind of skirt your way out the door. As you
Mud
begin
just,
leaving...
like,
He just calls out to everybody, "We got a runner!"
I'm not.
He was a stowaway. Should we follow him?
Is that why I start sprinting off after I rolled that nat 1?
Sure, you try and mask it like that. Like you were already turning to run as Mud like bold. You'd be like, "Oh, we gotta catch him."
Rahi hangs her head, begins to walk out as well. The Duke goes, "I guess it is time for us to enter the festival." Stands up, goes as well. Dara, you in that conversation? She definitely wants to talk to you again.
We'll be in the arbor for a while. I hope. I hope you can enjoy the festivities. We'll be participating in the Battle of the Bards if you're available and would like to watch.
I'd be happy to come and watch you guys. Yeah, that sounds great. And
thank you.
Olive, it was very nice speaking with you. Thank you.
It was nice speaking with you too, Dara. Be well. And I shake her hand.
Shakes your hand. She says, "Stay safe out there. It's brutal." As she gets up and walks away. As you guys are able to exit and enter into the Full Moon Festival. That sound good? Oh yes, Cowrie.
And real quick, are there like bar peanuts or something, or like
yes,
the little like trail mix?
Yeah, no.
Almonds.
Yeah, no. Do you have
Almonds.
any idea how many bowls of almonds that her has been grabbing for everybody?
I want to swipe a whole like bowl of almonds from the bar, and whenever we find Mud again, I want to give them to Mud.
You can swipe a bowl of almonds. Yes, you can put that in your inventory if you want.
Bowl of almonds.
As you guys are able to...
I think you just like find Mud like immediately outside, just like washing his hands in the horse's water like trough.
Yes, as you all kind of follow Mud out, you guys are able to see maybe only 15, 20 feet away. Mud is like basically kneeling in the sand near a trough of water, splashing water onto his face, rubbing some of the gunk off.
And like I think for the first time, like you actually see his features, and he's a young man. He's like no more that like he's early 20s. He is ghostly pale. Really deep raccoon bags under each eye, and just this like patchy stubble across his face. He has like I put like him clean in the PC chat because why not? But still has twigs and leaves in his hair, but now is like, you know, like brown eyes, smattering of freckles, brown hair, and also just these deep like claw marks on like his exposed skin that look like red and raw. He's just like,
Post-fight snack?
He will take one almond. Thank you.
You can take the bowl if you want.
Thank you.
There you go.
As you guys enter into the city streets, having this like nice little moment, you guys are able to hear the familiar voice of, "Oh, it's the Complex crew, hello!" And you guys are able to see that just kind of perusing the streets. Just to describe the streets real quick, packed with people, gunfire, swords clashing, raucous behavior. You hear music of all kinds of instruments happening all around you. You're able to see off in the distance, away from Livenline, fireworks begin to go off, both below and above the treetops. You're able to see apelings and aarakocra swinging, all this. Like, the raucous behavior of Livenline has become amplified tenfold to account for all these people being drunk and happy and partying and enjoying the chaos and freedom of this city. And somehow, like in this mess of people, of hundreds of people constantly walking around you, walking past you, you guys are able to watch as Cutter Jack begins to approach you, machetes at his side. As begins to walk up to you guys and goes, "Well, fair evening to all. How are you today?"
Good evening, Cutter Jack. How we are no worse for wear. How are you?
I'm doing fair, and I'm being paid squares, that much I can tell you. Now, what I will say is, just to let all of you know, I was able to sign your crew of 6 up for... Oh, my playback was paused due to inactivity. Well, the music all stops in Livingly, not a problem. Well... I was able to sign your crew of 6 up for the Battle of the Boards. Now, there were many contestants that wanted to get in front of you, but I said no to my captain. I said, "Again, Taurus and Cap, sir, we are gonna be having people fighting the best. They can survive 15-story drops. They fought netlocks and lived. I painted a picture for you."
You spoke to Igentoris.
But of course...
That's your boss.
No, that's the boss of my boss, technically. My boss is simply a powder boy that works underneath Igantoris. But Igantoris was present, yes.
What did he say? What about, if anything, about what you told him?
He enjoyed your story, certainly, and he's excited to see you. He like kind of goes perform in a way.
Thank you. For putting in a good word for us. We really appreciate it. We owe you one.
You saved my life before a building was collapsing on top of me. I think I owe you 15 specifically. Well, maybe 13 now.
Have you heard if all of the city heads RSVP to going?
All of the head roles will certainly be there, aye.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Thanks.
Yes. But speaking of the entire city, as he gestures out to the festival laid out before you, and goes, and Igantoris does actually have a competition going on right now to encourage the brevity of people to get out into the streets and start partying like it's their last day on the sea. Now, here's the thing. There are games scattered around the entire city, Livingly and all the other districts included. If you're able to, and there are certain games that, well, they invoke good memories of pasts in the city and on the high seas, of combat and good fulfilling work and chores and things of the like. You'll be laughing before the night's over. But if you win some of them, if you win enough of them, enough tokens are acquired. Well, if you're curious, looks over to Olive, if you're curious about Igantoris, you can meet him yourself.
That is wonderful to know. How many tokens would we need?
Well, I believe only 6 of them, but the games are scattered like jacks, so finding them's gonna be part of the problem.
Thank you, Cutter Jack. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but I'm quite excited to participate in this game he set for us.
As he kind of walks up to you, Olive, and like kind of grabs your forearm in that same salute that you gave to Dara, and goes,
and you don't even have to get bloody with them, so you're not gonna have any problem at all.
Yes, that'll be a nice change of pace.
Aye. Well, with that, would you, I'm going to be around. I can always simply join you if you'd prefer to have another bout of company.
As you watch as the Duke and Dara and Bean and all the other contestants begin walking out, the last of which being Rahi, stepping out as Cutter goes,
the bastard of the storm.
As you can see like his hands almost instinctively go for his machetes.
It's alright, we cleared the air.
I think the city disagrees.
If anything happens, we'll take care of it.
Cutter Jack pushes past you guys really quickly and gets right up in Rahi's face, completely fearless because Rahi is obviously like this magical being and Cutter Jack is just a guy with 2 sharp sticks. As he goes up to Rahi and goes,
the Arbor has a long memory.
As Rahi goes, like, I don't fucking know, and kind of like pushes his pushes his finger away from him as Cutter Jack kind of stomps off and goes,
well, if you find me, you find me. If not, enjoy the evening either way.
You as well. Don't work too hard.
I certainly will. I'll work as hard as I need to. And then begins walking away.
Cutter Jack.
As Cutter Jack exits. You guys can find him again if you want to.
Wait, quick question. The person that you mentioned that we could meet, who, could you just do a quick reminder who that is? Because I totally forget. And I don't
Literally
have my
no
notes.
problem at all. I
Don't
mentioned
have my
him
notes.
months and months and months ago.
Is this the one Maury Rack?
No, Iggy's like the
Oh.
one in charge of the arbor, if that's correct.
Egan Taurus he's known as the captain of captains. He is the head roll of Capshore, and he basically is the captain that commands the rest of the head rolls of the other districts.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm looking for the picture that I had of him, but he is an elegant ancient sea dragon with rainbowed scales and almost like translucent wings. He's a beautiful ancient creature, hundreds of years old, that you guys have the potential of meeting for a short time on this very sacred night of pirates. So with that,
Oh, yes, I remember now.
but with that, very short break. And then we can hop to festival games. Sound good?
Yar!
Okay,
Yar.
yes,
Yar. Yar, yar,
and
yar, yar.
yes, wonderful.
Arr, gar, 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 gar.
We will be right back, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good time.
R R R. R R R.
You already collected his ass. Like, I'm surprised that he hasn't.
No, but we're gonna unleash him like a Pokemon in fights.
Bagman, I choose you.
Into pleasure.
Bagman used manslaughter. It's super effective.
Bagman used abduct in the night. It made me uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh. It's into pleasure. The Dame Slayer's in the bag. You just gotta get it.
just gotta stick your head in this oven.
That's like look, listen to me, darling. That's just like a regular bag. No way the damn sight could fit in there.
Just-
What?
Adds into pleasure to my inventory.
Oh, jeez. Are you ready to be nice to me yet? No.
Steal the loot,
All right.
steal
Oh,
the
when
man.
you say you collect
Yeah.
people, you mean it literally.
I mean it in all the
I
ways.
keep
Get
all
in the
my
bag.
I keep all my enemies in this bag, except for the bag man. He's cool.
Naughty friends go in the bag.
That's almost like, I feel like that's almost like a slaver territory. Then you just created like a slaver
No,
island.
it's more like
Or
jail.
like prison.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
jail.
abduction, and then
Mhm.
Here we go.
you're
Just
not making them
kidnapping.
do
Exactly.
anything besides be in the bag.
They're going insane because they're with the bag man.
Exactly.
who
He's
can't
dressing
say
them up in all the
anything.
underwear that Cowrie gave him.
Would the bagman like eat people that I put in the bag, or are they just in there?
Well, I mean, if you put the people in the bag, he'd probably claim the people as his things, and so he wouldn't let them die, but he wouldn't let them go either.
Let it
We're
die.
very alike
let
with
it
that
die.
guy.
Let it. What's up?
Shrivel up and die.
Does the
Sorry.
does the bagman have food in there? Huh, who knows?
He has
He's
a
got
couple
some
handfuls
bacon.
of bacon.
Exactly.
His sustenance.
Yeah,
Soon he'll have lots of bacon, and then once he finishes that, then he might turn to people. You never know.
exactly. Who knows? If you give him enough bacon, maybe he'll start liking humanoids.
Yeah.
But
And he'll
Changes
be our
alignment.
but with that, we want to play some festival games.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the thing. I got 10 games in front of me.
Oh god.
I am going to give them to you guys 2 at a time, and you can determine which one you want to do. Because if we do it in terms of like perception checks, we're going to be here all fucking night, and we do not have the time for that. Understandable. I have the first one, and I have the second one in front of me. As you guys begin looking around, and this is kind of appropriate because of where you guys are. You guys are in Livenline. As you guys are just, you're like, what in the world do we do first? Coming out of JJ's, out of Brigand's Bench, and start beginning to just walk the streets. And as you guys are kind of walking around, you see down one alleyway, you're able to see a table. You're able to see a table lined with cups. Where exactly is
Time to play beer pong.
a table lined with cups? And you are able to hear, standing at the forefront of the table, surrounded by people, you're able to hear, and then I just told him, well, sir, the patch is on the wrong hole. And you're able to hear just raucous laughter from pirates as Coral Terraborg just told a joke to a complete collection of pirates. As you watch as Coral begins pouring these like tall cups of rum and putting them onto the table. Down a separate alleyway, you are able to see a lone woman kind of like huddled up, kind of like crouched on the ground, like sitting down. She's covered in like different pouches and vials and like bags and things like that. She holds a long wooden stick in her hand, and before her is a table with 3 conch shells on it, and you're able to recognize Ravenco Nurch sitting on the side of the road hosting one of these games. With that, with the choice between this like rum drinking contest and this shell game, which do you choose to go to? And you can always go to both.
I personally vote Flip Cup. I know it's not Flip Cup.
Yeah, let's go. Maybe we can do both and let's go see your brother
Yeah.
first. I do want to talk to Ravencorn Chip.
Yes.
That's her name, baby. As you guys are able to, so rum drinking.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys are able to head on over to this little alleyway, only a couple blocks away from the Triple S Tavern. You're able to see Coral pouring these tall glasses as Coral begins announcing to everybody not seeing you guys yet and goes, well, listen up, everybody. If you want to challenge the current champion of rum drinking, the person who can guzzle more ale and more rum than anybody in all 6 districts combined, then come up, try your luck, and see what you can win. And as you do that, give me a quick perception check as you approach to see if you can see who the current reigning champion is.
Correct.
11.
11. 8.
5.
5.
I'm too short.
14.
14. Surprise! You're able to recognize that all of the people currently at the table, sloshed as can be, some throwing up, some stumbling, falling over, all of them that are getting up, there's one person at the center of the table, none of you are able to see who this person is, who has their head completely in their arms with their face down like towards the table. The identity of them being completely unknown to you, at least as you're approaching. As Coral looks over and sees you all approaching and goes, oh, Olive, so nice to see you here, and friends, and a smelly one as well, come, and kind of like gestures you guys over to him.
Coral, this is Mud. I don't know if you've met them before. Mud, this is my sibling, Coral. He works at the tavern my family owns.
Coral Terraborg, sir, pleasure to meet you, and goes to shake your hand.
Hi.
Hello indeed to you.
Can I look back at Rahi and the Duke to see if they know the person that's the reigning champ? Like if they have any look on their faces?
I'll make perception checks for the both of them. We'll just see if they're able to kind of clock who it is. Rahi is able to see who it is. Give me 1 second. Because Olive, as you look over, you are actually able to see that, like, next to the table with, like, several barrels of rum, each marked off, like, different denominations of strength, which you would be able to discern because you've worked. They are, I believe it's primordial scratches of, like, hey, this is for, like, disinfecting stuff. Don't use it for anything else. Like, you know what I'm talking about? But you're able to see one barrel upturned, top off, no liquid in it, but is currently filled almost to the brim with coppers, silvers, swords, bullets, pistols, some gold coins are in there as well. And you're able to see on the back, like against the edge of the barrel, facing both the street and facing towards the contestants, it says Triple S Tavern Reconstruction Fund. And you're able to watch as several pirates walking by go and toss some coins into the barrel as they're walking by. Everyone kind of showing their support for these people that have done them so well.
That's so nice.
Truly. No, what's up?
Is this a drinking game?
Well, yes, of course it is. Yes. Would you like me to explain how it works? Are y'all looking to compete?
Go ahead, Mud.
I'd like to try.
I think we'd all like to try our hand.
You can certainly try. Well, let me introduce the reigning champion. As Coral gestures back to the person slumped over on the table. The Duke immediately pulls his hat down and begins like trying to avoid this person's eye contact as Rahi goes over, grabs this person by the back of their coat, kind of pulls them up and puts a hand onto like their collarbone to kind of like support them. And as you guys are able to see this person be supported up, the first thing that strikes you is their hair, as their hair begins to and begins to cannon fuse its way up her braid as you are able to see the face of Phoebe Goldtooth Squall within Live and Lean, drunk as a skunk currently.
Oh
My
my
friend.
god.
As Phoebe goes, all right then. It seems like I'm more... Oh my god, it's you guys. Hi there.
Please.
Oh, it seems that Mud is finding his way with the crew well enough. As Rahi kind of just like bops her on the head a little bit and goes, it's really nice to see you, Phoebe. It's nice to see a familiar face that doesn't hate me. As Phoebe goes like, Rahi, you're so big. As I just kind of like slaps her hand a little bit. As Coral can start explaining the rules to you if you wish.
Let's do it.
Coral looks, I'm just going to explain this as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the way this is going to work. 3 mugs of rum are going to be given to the contestants by Coral. The first one being a light white rum, easy to drink, no problem at all. The second being a dark golden rum, and the third being a heavy brown spiced rum. Everyone that drinks is going to make con saves that get progressively harder until one person is left standing. The one person that is left standing will receive 30 silver pieces and a silver chalice that is currently engraved with S's around the lip. That is worth 25 gold pieces if sold. Everyone else will get nothing. This is a first place all or nothing deal. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all want to play?
And you
Yar!
you said it's saving throws, correct?
Yes, it is con saves, yes.
Perfect. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Can Mud try to do something stealthy?
Oh my god, what do you want to do?
I want to, when Mud sits down or like is at his set of drinks, he wants to quietly cast Purify Food and Drink to get rid of the alcohol in the rum on
so
his stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. No problem. We're gonna factor that in 1 second. As you all want to play?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Phoebe goes, I'm gonna be honest with all of you. I'm about to whoop your asses in this.
It seems like you've been doing a fair amount of that today, Miss Goldtooth Squall.
And I'm not stopping anytime soon either.
That's what you think.
That's it.
Would you like some water, Miss Goldtooth Squall?
She looks at you and she kind of like grabs her like fire genasi braid and wags at you and goes, I find that offensive, Olivine.
I meant it. No offense, no trash talk here. I was genuinely asking because you look like you're about to throw up.
She laughs way too hard and punches you in the arm way too hard as she falls backwards onto presumably her who's sitting right next to her and just like starts laughing onto her and then kind of resets herself and goes, oh, it's time to win. As she kind of
Hey, we
looks
just
forward.
need an Earth Genasi to like complete, and then we have all 4 in the same space.
Excellent. As you guys go forward, Mud, I'm gonna be honest with the chaos around here. You're able to cast Purified Food and Drink and purify each of the 3 bottle
It's
flagon.
a 5-foot radius, so
I'm gonna say that only works for you.
yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Exactly.
Like,
Only affects your stuff. We're just doing fun. You automatically get to qualify for the finals.
cool.
You will make no con checks until the final one, okay?
Got it.
And I will tell. We're gonna talk about that in 1 second, okay? As that happens, Coral goes, and we can commence. As you guys will all begin to drink. Everyone, please give me a con saving throw, and please let me know if you beat. The DC for this is an 11.
Can I do a quick shenanigan for me?
What do you
want
wanna
to
do?
begin? Just before it begins, I want to pull Coral aside, and say, I assume you know about Captain Igan Torres's contest he set out?
But of course, yes, I do.
Well, then, I don't know, maybe as a favor to your sibling, you could make it a little easier for me?
So to avoid any kind of nepotism, this actually isn't one of those games that qualifies. But if you want, that lady over there, as he points down the alley towards where Ravencoe Nurch is, and goes, that lady over there is giving out tokens, though.
Oh. Okay. So then, and I pull out the bracelet that I got made at the Tiger's Eye, made of coral. So then I don't need to use this as a bargaining chip.
I mean, I can fill your cup maybe half as much as needed if you're gonna give me a gift.
We'll just call this a gift and you can treat me the same as the others.
Perfect. As he takes the bracelet and goes, then sit down, you whelp, and begin drinking.
That I shall.
As you all sit down, DC 11 con save. Who got it? Raise your hand.
Well, I didn't roll
Nat
yet.
20.
Yes.
Yeah. I got a 17.
17.
I would have gotten a 7 if not for my shenanigery.
Shenaniganery.
Yes.
That's so good.
17.
Chicanery.
17, excellent.
Chicanery.
And I will now roll for Phoebe.
Roll bad. Roll bad.
15, with her con save modifier immediately passes that. As you guys, it is light, it is smooth, it is obviously diluted, as you know, like there are different variations of alcohol. As all of your faces kind of like twinged a little bit of it hits you. As Mud, you just drink a glass of water.
I think Mud like does it and then goes, oh yeah, oh it burns a little bit.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Give us a deception roll.
Nat
Oh,
20.
fuck.
Nat 20.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! That doesn't count. It
I got
fell
a
out of the fuck.
21. I got a 21.
Oh,
I got an 8.
That's a 2.
I'm gonna be like, give me that, and I'm gonna take your. Or actually, I'll let all of these up because I'll.
No,
get the
he's
next
gonna
one.
hold on to it real tight.
I'll just cut the nat 20.
You go, ooh, ah, it burns, oh yeah, excellent, wonderful. As Cora goes, well, if you like it so much, I'll give you more, and begins refilling all of your cups.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
As he refills your cups, they are now full of liquor once again.
It's a 5-foot radius, my dude.
Oh, she just continuously...
I think so.
The suspense is killing
it's
me.
Instantaneous.
Instantaneous?
Oh.
Yeah, with all of those successful checks, your cups are now full of alcohol once again, but you got one free round, so you passed.
Oh, great, thanks. I have one spell slot left.
Oh.
Oh no.
I don't outwardly snitch, but in Primordial, I whisper to Coral, keep an eye on that one. And I just nod my head to Mud.
I respect the hustle, and so I wink at Mud and give him bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
Coral goes, eyes on him like a shark then.
Mud
you guys-
just makes uncomfortable eye contact with everybody.
Her is giving you the death glare right now, just full on looking at you right in your eyes.
Phoebe, passing, leans over to you, her, and goes,
Yeah. Go ahead. That was it.
that's fucking amazing. As Phoebe leans over to you, her, and goes, the rum, she stinks like a brewery, basically. She is demolished. She's not gonna remember this tomorrow. As she goes, oh, you got to understand something, Hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
This is my district now. Things, yeah, the Emin died. Someone had to take up what he was doing. Seems that I'm the first person in Arbor history to have 2 districts. I'm the leader of 2 thieves' guilds now.
Well, congratulations. That's cool, right?
Well, you should also feel sorry for me. Because I can't do the one thing that I want to do. As she begins drinking her second cup, I need a con save from everyone, DC 14.
That's what she was doing at Emmons Tower when it went down. DC what?
14.
22.
22.
10.
10.
Ooh.
21.
21.
And 19.
19. Cowrie, as you kind of begin to sway a little bit, as you begin to sway a little bit, you understand that, like, here's the thing. You can keep drinking. You can keep trying, but you're going to be doing it at disadvantage, and if you fail, you're either going to pass out or throw up.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Easily.
Because Bardo didn't
Another
raise no
almond.
bitch. That's why.
I was gonna eat another almond and go, oh yeah, it burns.
Yeah. Mud, you can't even like clock.
Why are you mad at me?
As you guys oh sorry, Phoebe will roll as she drinks. Phoebe passes. Yeah, 18 on the die. As the second one easily passed. As Phoebe leans over to you, her again, and goes, but I just can't find the one person who I want to kill in this world. He has too many friends, and his enemies are too afraid of him.
Who?
She like gets very close to you, and I'll actually text this to you right now, Gab. as and everybody here, give me a perception check and beat a DC 20, and you can hear what she says.
Oh, you fucking bet, dude.
Damn it.
Damn it, no,
I'm so
I'm not
excited.
gonna.
That's cocked. It's cocked.
No. 17.
My coin.
Oh shit, we have coins.
20.
Nat 20?
Yeah. For a 28.
You're gonna include Darby on this email, not email, text.
Did anybody, Kate, you get it?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
And then I will send this out to you as well, Darby, as you sitting on the other side of on the other side of Phoebe are able to hear her say this, as that is who she wants to be dead.
I'll turn to Phoebe and I'll say, I'll help you someday.
How soon would you want to be helping me?
Depends where they're located.
She whispers, Darby, you're also able to hear this as she goes, he's in the harbor now.
Well, do I get some money off my debt if I bring him?
If you're able to kill him. As she begins to drink her last cup, everyone please give me a con save DC 17. Cowrie, give it to me with disadvantage.
I'm gonna flip my coin.
Nat 20!
Nat 20! Olive, you have been sneaking drinks since you were like 14 years old. You have the best tolerance. Also because like you're a well-fed person, like your body's just good at handling it.
Yeah.
22.
21.
Or.
For as you begin to kind of sway a little bit, Rahi goes, as you fall completely out of the back of your seat. There is no back to it. As Rahi, with one hand, catches you by the scruffs of like the back of your Selkie cloak and the backs of your like leather straps, and just kind of hoists you up like a briefcase, and goes, yeah, you're out, and just sits you down in the sand.
I'm not out. I can do it. I can keep going.
Why do you sound like you have cotton in your mouth?
I don't. This is how I sound all the time.
Are you drunk?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love that. Oh, what everybody else get? Who passed?
21.
DC 17. Pass. 21? Pass. Excellent. Phoebe. As Phoebe looks over to you, her, and goes, well, how about this? I'll give you the name of my ex-husband. And then if you're able to kill him, then your debt will be wiped clean.
How important is this person?
Well, his name is... She throws up everywhere, and then immediately her eyes kind of roll back as she falls over back into the sand right next to Cowrie. Give me an insight check before the next con save.
Insight? A 23.
23? You remember to what you recognized when you saw Phoebe when you were out with the Duke. And you realize that Phoebe goes to bars alone. She feels very kind of isolated from people. She doesn't really have a lot of friends per se. And she kind of threw herself into her work. And you're able to recognize that Phoebe, that these two things are connected. She just told you her ex-husband is back in the arbor. and you know what she lost because of him. And so she is doing this not because it's like a fun time for her. She's just trying to numb the pain of him being close to her, and she can't do anything about it.
With my 23, I know Phoebe is now a head roll for 2 districts.
Not a head roll. She's the leader of the Thieves Guild. So like,
Thieves
while
Guild.
the head roll operates basically like underneath the so the Thieves Guild operate like underneath the head rolls. Yes.
Okay. If we were to kill her ex-husband and we get the ship back, do you think there'd be any way that could potentially join our fleet?
Her ship is done and dusted, but this would put her in good graces with you, certainly.
Okay.
The moment that your debt is settled with Phoebe, you are going to be able to effectively work with her as long as she gets something in return.
Gotcha.
And she has a very extensive like Thieves Guild spy network that you can utilize both within and outside of the Arbor and the Palm.
Okay, sounds good.
Excellent. As all of your cups have been drained, Cowrie and Phoebe, Phoebe like looks at the stars and goes like, "They just look like gold coins up kissing the butt of the moon." And she's like pointing to the stars like near the full moon and is just laughing to herself drunkenly.
Do you think that the stars are coins that are really far away?
Phoebe kind of like turns like on her side to you and goes like, "No, it's not what it is. You understand that stars are like the eyes of angels and gods staring down at us. And so it's like, and so that's what people pray to, because people look up when they're dying and they're praying. And that's what they're praying to."
I don't think that's true. Actually, I think that they're fish.
You think there are fish in the sky? As Rocky's like, "What have I got myself into?" As
I turned to her and I'm like, is it time to go?
Coral looks to all of you and goes, "Well, it seems everybody is still competing. All of them, sorry about this. Speed run time!" Claps and then begins to rapidly serve each of you mugs of rum, the strongest variety there is, until basically we'll just keep them coming until there's only one person left standing. With that, I need a DC 20 con save from everybody, from her, Olive, and Mud.
I was about to say, am I out? I guess.
Yes, 100%. Without a doubt.
Pass.
12.
I got 24.
24?
You have Bardic if you want to. Oh, but I guess it's D6.
Yeah,
I don't know.
12. You can't even hit it.
No.
Keep it for a rainy day.
Olive, what'd you get?
23.
23? Mud, you realize something. You, very thin, you've eaten a lot today. And you realize that, like, you're not drunk, you're not entirely fucked up, you gotta pee real bad.
Mud will, like, get up and just go over to out of sight bushes and just be like,
You're able to hear like a bunch of pirates being like, "Hey everybody, I found the spot!" And like 15 pirates come and start peeing alongside you. Because like, again, it's a pirate city with no like internal like toilet like infrastructure, like sewer infrastructure. So like just start peeing alongside you as you know, it's a pirate town.
It's the fastest piss of his entire life. He runs back to the group like, "Help, I'm just scared.
There is no sewer system. As
We just killed this bush, and I'm a druid, and I'm a bad druid."
the amount of alcohol, it begins withering and turning brown with all of the people focusing in. Moving on. Excellent. Her and Olive, con save, DC 20.
21. I have a +9 to these
21.
rolls.
Holy shit, dude. What?
I have a +8 +1 from my cloak. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
We have a
7.
+17.
Yeah,
Oh,
+8.
+5, +3.
Olive, for the
wow.
first time in a long time, the alcohol begins to catch up with you. You begin feeling a little bit drunk as you
Someone say something funny. I thought that was so funny.
as Coral looks at you and goes, I think we have our winner, and comes over and like respectfully takes Olive away from the table, putting her into the sand.
So funny.
Putting her into the sand with Cowrie and Phoebe, just kind of stargazing, as Coral comes up to her and goes like, "An excellent job. You can clearly hold your liquor."
Yeah.
A pirate through and through, and we'll hand over to you 30 silver pieces, which you can add to your inventory.
Oh, great.
And hands over to you a silver chalice engraved with S's around the lip.
30 silver pieces and a chalice.
Yes.
I go ahead and I turn to the Duke and I go, "You want a chalice?"
The Duke's eyes light up with happiness as he goes like, "I will never say no to a chalice," as he happily takes the
I
chalice.
give him the chalice. The Duke has the chalice now.
There are many chalices like it, but this one is mine. No, I mean that literally. I can see a crate of them right behind where the ginger is standing.
I think Mud will just quietly like finish up all the cups.
Can I try to stealthily take another chalice?
Yes, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to see if you can sneak this past Coral.
Mud's just
Okay.
like making sure they're all empty.
You gotta beat 14.
19.
19, as Coral is just in awe of Mud just destroying the rest of these cups like it's nothing.
They'll have like 2 more almonds.
You
and
walk
then be
around
like,
and you're able to grab that chalice from the
I pick it
crate
up
of
and
them.
then I'll like walk over to Rahi and be like, "For friends," and then I give her one too. So now her and the Duke have matching chalices.
She does the very cursed thing of where she grabs it like with the lip in the center, so like that basically, and she takes it. And it's not filled with anything; it's just empty. As she looks over and goes, she looks at the Duke and goes, "Cheers!" As the Duke ting taps his to hers, as she just puts it in like a satchel near her back.
There you go. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Excellent. What else do you guys
Can
want to
I
do?
like take some to go?
But of course, yeah, and if you want to stop, and then Coral goes in like businessman mode and goes, and if you want even more great drinks and great company with great entertainment, stop by the Triple S Tavern sometime tonight.
Don't have any money. So
as he goes, looks to Olive, looks to you, and goes, "You're a friend of the family. We'll take care of you."
Mud just starts weeping. Like his expression doesn't change, nothing changes about him except there are just tears streaming down his face.
Do you need a?
Okay,
you
cool.
Do you need someone to like hug you really quickly?
Please don't touch me.
Okay.
Mud.
Yeah?
Do you think that the stars are coins or fish or something else?
I turn to Rahi and I go, "It's time to wrap it up. Let's go."
Brief. Rahi goes,
The first thing we agree on.
she fully comes over, briefcases Cowrie again, and
I think Mud starts talking when like you guys are already like a good 10 feet away from him. Just like focused up on this guy. I think my mom used to say that stars were promises.
Oh.
And
Ari
if
is
a
like-
star goes out, it means the promise has been broken.
I'll run back to grab Mud, and while I grab Mud,
Yeah.
I will also say goodbye to Phoebe. So I'll just be like,
Just-
"Bye, Phoebe. We'll see you around. I'll let you know about the thing." And I just
give me a quick perception check as you say goodbye to Phoebe.
see out of it. Bad. That's also a 19.
You walk up to Phoebe to say goodbye. What do you, as Phoebe's laying down, as you approach Phoebe, like, and you're standing up, like, fully above her. What do you say? What do you say to
I'll
Phoebe?
kind of like bend over, so we're like like parallel to one another. I'm like half bent. I just turned to her. I said, "I'll see you around. Feel better. Let's discuss the whole person you want to kill at another time."
She looks up at you and she goes, "We'll talk about it later. Gentlemen, put your knives away. She's a friend of mine. As you approached her as she was lying down, I got over her. You look around and you see that like 30 of the pedestrians that are like around you, a good 10 of the pissing people, all are looking at you and have daggers drawn. This is a leader of a thieves guild. The reason that she's being so kind of raucous right now is because she's extremely well protected by these people.
I'm looking over to her before I pick up Mud. I'll give her a hand and help pull her up and sit her up on like a bar stool or a
The
chair.
moment that you touch her, they kind of like take a step forward towards you, and then when they like realize that you're putting her up, they kind of like put their daggers away, and then they kind of like, again, basically going invisible, reinstate themselves just among the populace, basically disappearing from like an unobservant eye.
I'll grab Mud and like sling them hold them while they're walking.
Okay. As you continue on, yes.
I give Coral a very drunk hug. Goodbye. I'll see you. I'll just be down that alleyway, so I'll see you later.
Maybe you should have done this one last. As he pats you on the back.
No, I wanted to see you.
Thank you. He kisses you on the cheek, and then he sends you on your merry way.
Rahi, can you pick me up too?
I can pick you up.
No, you can't.
I'm very strong.
That's
Keep
so
walking.
strong. He did so much strong stuff in the fight.
I threw a literal woman through a wall 3 hours ago.
That's true. Okay, and I run at Mud, hoping he'll catch me.
That was crazy.
Do I have to make like an athletics check?
Do I also
Make an
have
athletics
to?
check.
Because do I have to do anything?
I have a
Mud is,
plus
like,
8
half
to
the
athletics.
arms.
Make an athletics check, yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Let's
Strong,
go.
strong.
Olive and her, as Olive like chucks herself towards Mud, you kind of like just involuntarily go along. You guys, your arms kind of like split up. You split up from each other, and Mud is able to effortlessly like huck and hay over both of his shoulders, just right up onto there.
Mud is
I'm
also
amending.
like not much taller than I think Olive, or like he's
Yeah.
average height. He's like 5'6".
Oh, you're still taller than Olive. She's like
Yeah.
like 5'4".
He's got like 2 inches on you, but still that's just like
We are a short party except for her.
Yeah.
it's now just
It's
her
just boop, boop,
herding
boop,
cats. Herding cats.
Wait, is Rahi taller than me?
Rahi is she's about 6 feet tall.
He's a
Yeah, I'm
brick
about
shit
6
house.
feet tall, so it's all of us.
Equal
me and
height.
Rahi.
You are the giraffes of the group, yes.
The lesbian mobs with their drunken children.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Cross that off.
Rahi's about to put leashes on us. Put us in those backpacks that clip.
Let me just really quickly.
Literally on a leash.
Convert the sealskin into one.
I lightly pat him on the back and say, "Go onward,
What's the magic word?
please."
Abracadabra.
I'll take both of them.
Kaori Rahi
Still
hears that and
crying.
takes you a little bit.
Doesn't even realize he's crying. He's like, oh god.
Also, Rahi picks you up, Kaori, and goes like, literally like it is weird how effortless she does it. I'm just like fully you being almost like flat hanging like a chandelier picks you up to like you are at eye level with her. Like her arm goes like above her shoulder as she goes like, I don't want to be like weird. Do you want me to carry you or do you want me to put you down?
This is fine. I'll probably fall over and put me down. This is good.
Okay. Yeah, she briefcases you once again.
Cool.
As you guys remember that Ravencoe Nurch is but an alleyway away.
Raven corn chip.
I point Mud in that direction.
But it's backwards, so you have to use your foot because your
Yeah.
butt is facing where Mud's eyes are going.
Yeah.
So I have a question about how Rahi's holding Kaori. Is she holding Kaori by the feet and having like her hang? Or
No. So
or
it's
is it like underneath?
no. So it's like the back, like right there. Like
Okay.
they're like straps of armor, like the seal skin that is there. Rahi has like a bunch of like straps and cloth like bundled up, and it's like holding Kaori's like feet and arms off of the ground.
Okay, all right, never mind. We're
I'm just
good.
like,
question is, I think Mud is just give it like the shoulder ride, right?
Yes.
Like instead of a piggyback, you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
it's
fireman's
one
carry.
person, two person. Yeah,
oh, wait, I'm holding two people?
yeah. Her is currently in your arms, unless you
Why
got.
am I
Oh,
also
okay.
in Mud's arms?
Incredible.
How
Sure.
did I get here?
Natural 20.
Here.
That's what a nat 20 will get you.
Oh
Mud
my
like
goodness.
caught all of it and went, hip, and just picked up her as well.
Can you put me down?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thanks.
Just
What?
Rahi looks at you and goes, "I'm not picking you up."
I didn't want to be picked up.
Good, we're on the same page for the first time in
I
a
need
long
my
fucking
calves of
time.
steel.
why are you guys so mean? The
I'm
way
not
you
mean.
talk makes me really anxious.
All right, let's keep going and we can get to like the next turn.
Keep going.
I like whisper yell, they're divorced.
Does that make you an asshole?
You talk too much, Mud. Keep walking.
I've been told that before. Okay.
I keep trying to turn around and I'm like, and her doesn't remember, and it was, and we found her and we had a fight and it was really complicated.
Oh. Is that what you do when you meet somebody who left you? You kill them?
I
Okay.
don't know actually.
It's complicated in pirate towns.
Yeah.
There's no law. Nothing's formal here.
Ah.
Rahi, they're
So, like-
talking about us.
I'm literally holding one of the people. Yes, I'm aware.
I'm just checking.
Your name is Rahi? Cool. I don't know anybody by that name. It's just
Who
a
is
cool
this
name.
guy?
This is Mud.
Literally don't know.
This is Mud, and he's really strong, and he was really good in the fight, and he was covered in dirt, and now he's covered in Lester, and he likes food, so we give him food.
And that's
I
not
have
my amnesia.
almonds.
That's not my amnesia. I really just don't know who this person is.
I heard once that if you share food, it means that you're trying to make friends. So if everybody wants one almond, they can have it.
I'll take an almond.
Oop.
I would also
you,
take an
Mud.
almond and just like opens her mouth.
Like a horse.
I grab.
Holds it
I'll
out to
grab.
her, and
I'll grab,
but,
like,
he's
3.
also just like,
I'll grab like 3. I'll grab one for me, one for the Duke, and one for
oh,
Rahi.
okay.
The dude
Yeah.
just like flicks into his mouth.
Are we at the alleyway?
It was like
It's-
10 feet away.
It's that drunken thing where like half a mile takes 4 hours to walk. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yep.
It's that.
Yep.
You guys have been just walking in circles around the rum table. As Rahi, the Duke, and the crew here walks over to Ravencoat Nurch, sitting there, waiting. Seemingly, everyone's kind of passing her by. You guys seem to be the first people to kind of interact with her, as you just kind of see her go, and she kind of like sit, shaking her staff, little bells, ding, 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 jingle on the end of it, as she just sits and waits for you guys to talk to her.
I like the bells.
Ah, a man of dirt, it seems.
Huh?
No. I guess 6 has become 3, but has now become 4. Fascinating.
Does this game involve tokens that we could win?
She, from her sleeve, pulls out a small little metal badge. Not the same as a partner badge, don't worry, no kind of demonic shit with this one. But you are able to watch as the badge, you watch as like the inscription on it of 3 shells go and begin moving around on the badge.
Okay. What do we got to do?
It disappears down her sleeve and goes, as she goes,
Simply find the bean hidden amongst the shells.
Yeah.
Drew, can I get advantage because Mud is so food focused?
she looks at you, she goes,
You must find the rock underneath the shells.
I thought you said it was a bean.
It is now a rock, sweetie.
I feel like if you got advantage, you should already be getting disadvantage, so you're drunk. So either way, it's a straight
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah. A single tear just falls down Mud's face. He's like, I don't like that food can become not food.
You can put me down, Mud. Just like patting his back to like snap him out of it.
He like zoned out and I was like, oh, okay. And then just like literally got on all fours for you to like climb off.
Raven kind of like pokes Mud a little bit and goes, in terms of like food comment, and goes,
Oh, dearie. I'm an old woman, wise beyond my years still. I have no idea what you just said to me.
I've been told I'm a really sad sack of shit. So, he's whispering this. I don't know. I think I'm making people sad right now.
Oh, you're a sad person? Well,
Yeah, so do you have any beans?
I specialize in making people not sad.
Wow. That's cool.
I burped, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Oh, I was just... Here, do you want an almond? Will you be my friend if you eat that almond?
Long hooked nose, very old wrinkly fingers grab it. Why,
Are we
thank
friends
you.
now?
Sure.
Cool. Are you sure I can't eat that rock?
Let's play the game that I'm here to host.
That would be great.
Yes,
Excellent.
please.
here's the way it's gonna work. The rock, now it is a rock, is gonna go underneath 3 shells. The shells are gonna move in a pattern. You guys just have to follow the rock. This is going to be a perception check versus a deception check on my end. Each one of you makes perception checks. If you are able to beat my deception check, you find the rock.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It can also be insight. It can also be an insight check or it can be an insight or perception check.
Thank you.
I will roll right
Oh,
now.
that's a lot better.
I'll tell you the DC. You have to beat an 18.
Oh,
21.
Nope.
Also, no.
11.
Cowrie, you like Raven Conurch is like,
And you must find the rock underneath the shells.
and you just hear like in your own voice like, get the thing, the trinket, as you. As magically, without her even touching them, the shells begin to move around and around and around and around. And you're following the shells literally perfectly with your eyes. And then you are able to recognize that the shell on the leftmost section of the table is the one that has the rock under it.
I tap it with my finger.
You tap it. As do you grab it or do you kind of like? Because again, give me you know what? Actually, give me a quick wisdom saving throw. As you
Oh, wisdom saving throw, you say? 14.
14. Cowrie, sometimes like shells have things inside of them, and this shell might have something inside of it. You don't really know.
I pick it up.
You pick it up. As you pick it up, you feel something rattle inside of the actual shell.
I pull it out.
You pull it out. You pull out the rock. As you pull out the rock, Raven Conurch looks at you and goes,
Very smart indeed. Sometimes the game we play simply isn't fair.
How so?
Raven Conurch, very frail little body, walks up to you and presents this badge to you, the one with the 3 shells sliding around.
1 of 6 you must find.
Passes it over to you, and then also gets very close to you, like almost like, again, super small, only about 4 feet tall, gets close to you, and gently puts a hand onto your purple bag of holding, and looks up to you and says,
It seems our friend likes meat. I see meat in your future. On 4 legs and on 2. Tons and tons and tons of meat. Congratulations.
I don't know if that's the congratulations. Well, see, Bagman and I, we have reached an understanding. We're actually really good friends now. And so I give him like glass and underwear and bacon, and we're like copacetic.
That is 3 of his favorite things.
Me too.
Glass, bacon, and underwear?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have a lot of favorite things, so it's a wide umbrella.
You and I would get along.
Excellent.
But enjoy the evening and think on what I said.
Thank you, Miss Cornchip.
As she gives you that token, she then just disappears into the crowd.
I'm like leaning on by like, so we met her a couple of days ago, I guess. At this point, we are going to Emmett's Tower in Livenline. She said some weird, cryptic stuff, and that's where I think. And I look at Carrie. She's where we got the bagman, right?
Yeah, technically she told me to beware purple, and I super didn't.
Are you the one who broke Phoebe's window?
Oh yeah, I had a panic moment and I jumped out, but it was really cool.
I cleaned that up. It was a lot of glass.
Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
but I still have some. Would you like it?
Yeah, I would.
Here you go. It's really sharp, and it's like this long piece of glass.
I'm going to take a little bit of I've already pulled some scraps off of like the bard costume I have. I'm gonna wrap it in some cloth. Put in my bag.
You just get a sheet of glass.
Thank you so much.
Like a little it's like a jag. It's like a shiv, basically.
I took it as a weapon just in case, but I think it might be better as a trinket.
Sometimes the best things are both.
A trinket sword.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea.
I'm gonna take the big shotgun and I'm gonna blow the bad guy up.
As you guys are talking about trinket weapons, I turn to Rahi and I say, not now, but later, when you're alone. There may also be a trinket weapon in your pocket. That's all. And then I will keep walking forward to our next game.
Are there like food stalls? Is there like a
We will stop at the Triple S Tavern, and I will make sure you get the best meal of your life. I forgot to mention when we met this witch. It was me, her, Cowrie. We were also with.
I was not there.
No, that's right. That's right. Her was not there.
No.
She was busy with Miss Goldtooth Squall. No, it was me and Cowrie, Cutter Jack, these 2 Water Genasi women that just appeared out of nowhere. Our friend Arthur, who we don't know where he went. Our friend Rhyme, who we also don't know where he went. And where's Yorda?
We lost Yorda.
Oh, he was still at the tavern when you all left. I didn't say anything, sorry.
Everybody here give me a perception check.
Roll a big die.
That one.
2.
That one?
19.
19?
Yeah.
2. As Olive goes, where's Yorda? And kind of like shoulder turns her. You realize that on Olive's back there is a note like gum tacked onto her shoulder blade.
I grab it and I'll read it.
As you grab the note, it is a note from Skylar that says, Yorda and I had family business to attend to. We will reconvene with you later.
Yes, kick me.
So no, it doesn't say kick me. They are doing family things for a little bit, and they will meet back with us soon. And I put the note in my pocket.
I was waiting for someone to ask where you were.
I got you.
I was waiting for you hear a distant snore. Humpshoo-wee-mee-mee.
Echoing
Miles
through
away.
the city streets, shattering glass and shaking buildings. Oh, but you guys want to go to the Triple S Tavern to just that'd be a good ending point for tonight if you guys want to go to the Triple S Tavern.
That works.
Yeah, unless there are
Yeah.
any games on the way.
No, you guys are probably the closest to the Triple S Tavern that you're going to be. So if you guys want to get
Okay.
there right now, you can.
Yeah.
Mud would like to ask Olive a question.
Okay.
Just like
She's
he's
kind of-
starting to sober up a little bit because he was like he's a lightweight, but because he eats so much, the alcohol takes a long time to like soak in. But I think he's gotten a little bit more self-aware and is like trying to like be really quiet about this. But he's just like, yeah. Hey, Olive.
She's like feeling around on her back, making sure there's nothing else stuck stuck to her.
Good. Oh wait, hang on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got
Yes.
it.
What is it?
If what it's nothing. Sorry, it's stupid. Bye.
No. What? No. Where? Talk to me.
Mud is just like, what the? Everybody likes you. How do you do it?
I don't know if I'm the best judge of that.
I mean, when you speak, your group they stop and they listen. When people bump into you in the street, they say sorry. How do you get people to like you?
Well, the bumping in thing, that's because my family's very prominent here, so people know me because they know my family. Again, I'm not sure I'm the best teacher for this. I think you just be you and hope the right people are drawn to you. I know that's not what you're looking for, but there's really no guidebook on to get people to like you. Sorry, I'm sure you wanted a better answer than that, but I struggle with it myself.
Yeah, thank you. And like Mud is just like his head is slowly just dropped down to look at his shoes. He's just like,
it is, at least while we're in the arbor, it is polite to look at people when you talk to them.
When I look at people, they say I shouldn't frown at them, but I'm not trying to frown at them. That's just my face. So if I don't look at them, maybe they won't think I'm mad at them.
I've seen meaner looks in this town, so again, this is a pirate town, so people don't really judge based on mugs.
Cool. I'll work on the eye contact. Yeah.
I'm sorry I said you talk too much. I didn't mean it in a rude way. Although I can see how that can be taken.
I mean, it didn't hurt my feelings. I think I just make. See, every time that I say I think I make people sad when I talk, I think it actually makes them sadder. So I don't know. Everybody seems so happy, and I'm freaking out a lot
Mud,
inside. I'm freaking the fuck out over here. But
Mud, I can
yeah,
tell you.
thank you for everything.
I was going to, okay. I kind of like jog and like, oh god, like, like jog to keep up with
You
it.
center yourselves, yeah.
I was going to say, Mud, I can't speak for the rest of the group, but I can tell you honestly that I am also freaking out. Constantly.
Yeah.
I've just had more practice of hiding it, and I don't think I do it that well.
It's a lot. And I know we were only supposed to be like, we were supposed to be cool and like not freak the fuck out when we fight. And then I got filled with arrows and I kind of lost my mind there. And
Yes, that was very scary. I'm going to be fully honest with you. That was scary.
yeah, it's terrifying. And I don't know how to make it better. I don't know how to make things better after I fucked up.
What I've learned is sometimes it can be simply solved with a drink.
Okay. Can
Let's
I
get-
get you
let-
a drink?
As long as I can get you one.
But you didn't. Okay.
Come on, I'll lead the way.
Alrighty.
As you guys begin to head back towards the Triple S Tavern. Again, like walking through everything once again, there are sword swallowers, fire dancers, there are acrobatic displays, there's Aarakocra, there's drinks being spilled, there's honestly, it's also kind of gross. There's vomit and piss and shit, and there's people fighting, but like there's this incredible air of unpredictability that just surrounds you, that is so thick and so it's palpable. This is a unique sense of freedom that you guys are only witnessing for the first that some of you are only witnessing for the first time, that others have not experienced in a good long while. And whether it is your first time here, your last or first time here, or just your most recent time here, it just feels incredible. You guys are able to approach up to the Triple S Tavern, and immediately something is wrong.
God damn it again.
What do you mean?
As you guys approach the Triple S Tavern, Olive, you're immediately able to clock something is amiss. The main doors leading inside are shut, no one is coming in or out, and every window from the bottom floor to the top floor has its shades drawn. You're able to see candlelight emanating like shadows onto the actual blinds that have been pulled, and you're able to see shadowed figures moving around inside of the tavern.
I imagine I would have some kind of like spare key to the place.
Do you try to go into the front door?
Yeah, I would take my spare key and like try to open
Do you
it.
point this out to everyone?
I think you see Olive just kind of freeze and like immediately sober up, and just kind of like almost in a fugue state, just like goes and like takes a key out, and tries to unlock it.
Can we do like an insight check to sense if this seems like fearful or if this like?
You guys
people
need
are
to
robbing
give me
the place?
perception checks. Yeah.
Perception.
18.
17.
Jesus. Boop. 13.
I used my bardic, and so that's a 22.
22. Olive, you're just kind of like, it's almost like that automatic process of like when you're drunk, and it's like when you get home and then you wake up the next morning in bed, and it's like your mind just kind of knew the process that it had to go to, and it's like a fugue state, like you said, and you're just like trying to get the door open, and as you're trying to get the door open, you realize that the actual lock on the door is unlocked. But the door seems to be latched with some kind of bar from the inside, like added security.
Are you gonna tell us this?
As the rest of you are kind of like creeping and sneaking around, like just trying to like looking
trying to like gauge anything from like the actual building itself. What you guys are able to hear, and actually as you guys are kind of doing that, I need not Olive, but her, Cowrie, and Mud, give me stealth checks.
19.
19.
23.
You guys, as a shadowed figure begins to move in front of the curtained windows, you guys are able to kind of hug the edge of the building so that no one is able to kind of like see you through like the thin shade of the actual drawn curtains. But you guys are able to hear a voice very similar to Olive's. You're able to hear the voices of Feldspar and Jasper within going, "You have to leave. We have more customers we have to serve, and we're gonna be tapped soon." As all of that happens, what happens now? What do you guys do?
I'm gonna turn to the group and I'm gonna say, can anybody else, without going through the door or window, get themselves into the building stealthily?
I mean, I'm pretty good at sneaking.
Like,
I can smash the window.
no.
I'm
And
trying
I
to
turned
think-
to like Rahim, like, can you like go through walls, kind of like I did when we were talking the one time?
Rahi like kind of acknowledges like the kind of like the weirdness and goes like, "Can I go through walls?" Yes. The answer is yes.
The way I go through walls.
What is it? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna misty step 30 feet into like a corner.
Okay, so fun fact about this, Misty Step, you cannot Misty Step to somewhere that you cannot see.
But I've been in there before.
No, you have to currently be able to see it though. But what you can do is you could Misty Step up to the second floor. If you'd want to Misty Step like up to like the second floor balcony that kind of like overlooks part of the...
Did I hear my parents' voices?
Yes, you could.
If I like peeked in the window, could I see it?
No.
Okay, then yeah, I'll go up. I'll go upstairs.
Olive, do you want me to bust the door down? Or I could politely knock, I don't have to destroy property.
Who's someone in the arbor who's like really in charge and really intimidating?
Lori.
I'm going
Really
to.
scary every time she visits Phoebe.
Is she ever like seen without net luck?
Not. Rarely not.
I'm just trying to think of powerful people who exist.
Cowrie, give me a history check. Don't get a nat 1.
Can I help him? Can I help him?
Or
Who got 30 knives pulled on them and why?
oh, okay. I'm going to use my masquerade tattoo to turn into Phoebe Goldtooth Squall.
Oh, okay. You turn to Phoebe Goldtooth Squall. So, Cowrie, Phoebe Goldtooth Squall. Got it. Just remind me that if I forget. Her, you're able to... Do you go up to the second story?
Yeah, I do.
You guys watch as her disappears into a storm cloud, reappears in the second story balcony. As that's happening, Olive, Cowrie, and Mud, what do you guys do?
I kind of whisper shout out to her. Can you see anything inside, or can you find a way in?
Can I get in? What would I need to do in order to like get in?
So again, there's like, and again, this is weird because there's not a lot of people in this building, right? Like there's nobody on the actual like overlook when this would be a very popular drinking spot. You go up to like the door leading out to this balcony and you're able to, it slowly opens up and you don't see any, you see like torches lit, like candles lit, but you don't hear any movement. Again, this is just like wooden boards. You'd be able to hear people like stomping around. The second story sounds pretty dead. The first floor, I would say that because the door's open, you're able to hear kind of like people stomping around down there.
Does it sound like Netlock sort of stomps?
If Netlocks was in the building, there wouldn't be a building anymore.
All right. So I'm gonna do this again because I really don't want to try and do a stealth check. I'm going to 30 feet. Is the door open or closed to this room?
To what room?
am I currently in a room?
So you're
They have, like, rooms?
so just to describe it to you properly, you're currently on the balcony. You open the door up leading back into the building, and right now you're looking into corridors, like basically a hallway that lead one. You remember this from the whole fire debacle. There's a staircase leading down into the main bar area on the first floor, and there's also a hallway that leads into like rooms, like because it's also an inn.
Okay, I'm gonna what I would like to do is I'm gonna cast Misty Step again 30 feet ahead of me. I guess if I'm in like an area, I kind of want to be I don't want to be seen in the stairwell, but I want to be almost at that corner so I can hear who's down there.
Okay, awesome. As you disappear, reappear right at the edge of that stairwell, not an issue at all. I'm gonna get back to you in 1 second, okay?
Cool.
Kawibi, Olive, and Mud, what are you guys doing?
This may be a stupid idea, but I'm going to knock and just be prepared if something bad happens. Don't bust the door in. Maybe. So wait. Looking at Kawibi. So can you sound like her too, or?
Yeah. I could do that.
Okay. So you can.
And I'll
okay.
just be really intimidating, and it'll be great.
Okay. Yes. If my knock goes unheard, then you announce yourself as Miss Goldtooth Squall, and last resort, Mud would be busting down the door.
Okay, so we have Olive knocking, and then as a backup plan, Kawibi imitating Phoebe.
Yeah, I'll knock loud enough, not very softly. And after hearing my mother and father's voices, just call out, "Father," and then in Primordial, I want to call out, "Why is the door locked?"
You are able to hear Olive, in a raised pitch, as you are then able to hear a figure. You're able to hear kind of the stomping of feet as someone walks up to the door. And just as one final avenue here, you're able to hear as you're able to hear whatever latch was behind, locking the doors in place, is taken off, and the door is about to be opened.
Can Mud just kind of get ready? Like the very tips of his fingers start flickering a little bit.
You stay ready.
Pause.
Not a problem.
I am preparing dissonant whispers just in case.
Okay, not a problem. Is anything else done? Anything else done besides this door is opened?
Just as a precaution, I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
Mage armor itself. A wonderful oceanic armor appears on you.
I'll also do that from upstairs as well.
Mage armor, obviously. You're listening into this.
Okay.
And as you're listening in, you're able to hear chatter. Give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're able to hear 8 unique voices. There's at least 8. Now, when I say unique voices, I mean voices that you personally haven't heard before. You are aware that there's at least 2 people in here, that being Feldspar and Jasper, and you're able to hear 8 other people besides them.
Did that 8 including her mom, Olive's mom and dad too?
Because you know that Feldspar and Jasper are in here, it's 8 people that you don't know that are in this room.
Okay.
As you are also then able to hear, kind of sporadically, once and then again, almost like call and response, you're able to hear, almost like something is eating, weirdly enough. As the door begins to be thrown open, a figure stands before you. And before I describe this figure to you, you might get it on the voice alone.
Olivine and friends, we were just discussing business arrangements. Please join us.
7 feet tall, as wide as 3 men, easily weighing 3,000 pounds. No longer adorned in her admiral outfit, instead wearing a suit of druidic creation.
leafy vines and woven root pants with heavy platinum plates across her chest, shoulders, and back. With her hunting pistol at her side, you're able to gaze up at the hippogriff face of Ophia Wheelso. As she gestures you inside the Triple S Tavern, everyone understandably in shock right now.
I try to school my expression and say, Miss Wilso, a pleasure. This was unexpected.
As always.
As she turns her massive body, with your vision being able to pierce inside of the tavern, as you just kind of take just a peek down the stairs, you're able to see this as well. Lining the walls of this tavern, 6, 7, 8 hippogriff guards, all massive in size, 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. 6 of them wielding blunderbusses, similar to the one that you saw QOT wield back in the Triple S within Rebound all those months ago. But next to each and every one of them, their hippo companions. All in all, 17 hostiles within the Triple S, all surrounding a central table. A central table which currently sits Feldspar and Jasper Terraborg. You're able to see Pearl Terraborg rushing around carrying bowls of fruit and watermelons to keep each of the hippogriff here properly fed. And finally, one more figure. Very happy to see you. His presence sending a comforting chill up your spine. You're able to see the slender, well-dressed, noble, scholarly man known as Tior Fedorov. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh my god!
Mud is just like, who are these people?
This means nothing to you. Like truly.
Oh my god.
To be fair, I'm kind of glad I told Rahi that we were shot by Ophia now, because
I was
now they're
just
like,
thinking
oh,
that.
No, for real, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, are we all having a good time? Yes, and yes. You know we love it, baby.
Shit, dude.
Wait, are we even gonna finish the festival now?
You're all drunk. Like,
I'm sober now, baby.
Me?
Was
Yeah,
taking
you sobered up,
all
that's cool.
of my self-control to not be like, dissonant whisper, stab, 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 stab.
Hey, Ophia, hey, look, you guys have leveled up.
Kill.
Ophia's leveled up too. So
Oh,
What about Tior? Did he level up?
Tior is just happy to see you guys. You guys made it here safe and sound.
oh my
Eeyore
god.
doesn't know.
Nope.
No, so I actually look back in the notes. So for all those watching, these are all characters that happened before we started streaming this game. And Tior, I believe Cowrie in that message with Tior said like, hey, we were just betrayed. We're getting our asses whooped right now. Never said who it was.
Oh, goodness gracious. Tior, my beloved, stupid boy. Oh.
Ophia Wilso is back in play. And of course she'd come to the Full Moon Festival. Like, that's just a thing that, like, people like to do. I am so excited for next session. Because guess what? Now that Tior is here, all can be revealed. And Tior has been asking a lot of questions of a lot of people. And Ophia kind of greasing wheels. Who's to say that just through some cleverly placed myth truths, that she doesn't know more than you do. All the big players are gathered in the arbor.
Fuck. What the fuck?
Oh
Mud
my
is just like, I
God.
don't like you. You make these people uncomfortable.
Also, was my Ophia the same that it was before we started recording these things?
Yes.
I'm pretty
think
sure.
so.
yeah,
I
that
think
was
so,
really
yeah.
good.
As soon as you started making the noises, I was in the secret chat like, hippo people? They're hippos?
Oh yeah, you
yes.
did.
I am. Hey, look, I need to fight my. Look, I need to go into rehab because I'm addicted to saying
Olivine.
it's just addictive. It's just addictive to say.
Always sends a chill up my spine.
It's such an evil way to say it. It's so evil.
She's not a nice lady.
No.
Yeah, she fucking shit. Yeah, the last thing to be mentioned is the gun she shot you with.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I'm still like freaking out that we managed like a perfect like, oh, we have a villain coming back, so we have to put a call out to it like earlier that like unintentionally we managed that.
You know what's hilarious with that? Like, Alata 2 days ago, Winter Scott Key's whole fucking deal with Sherry was completely unplanned. That was all planned out. That I did have written down, which was
Holy
It
shit.
was good to actually have things go in the way of my writings, which was nice.
So did you not have all the other activities prepared?
No, I did, but the way that I was gonna phrase it is like, it was gonna be like, because I had no idea how fast tonight was gonna go, and so it was like, okay, either they're going to... God, excuse me. Either my logic was either they're going to naturally go to the triple S and then it can pop off from there, or they can get through like half of the activities or however many are appropriate, and then like a message would come in from somebody calling them back, basically.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude.
And also, like, just so,
dude.
and actually, no, I'm not giving any spoilers. You guys can make whatever assumptions you want about Tior or about anybody else. I'm not going to tell you what to
Is
think.
Sophia gonna kill my family? I hate you.
Look at my many facial movements and try to get anything. I'm not telling you anything. Because now we have to
Wait.
sit in this for like a week and a half and just wait for the resolution.
Wait, what if Rahi already knew? No?
How?
I don't know. They work together.
Right?
You
Yeah,
you didn't roll insight check. You didn't roll insight check on
Roll
whether
insight check.
Rahi knew.
Yeah, could you fucking imagine? But also, like, could you imagine? It's like, yeah, she didn't tell me about the initial betrayal. She told me about the tertiary betrayal that was going to happen several months later.
Also, Rocky was so angry with us for so long that if she thought she had the opportunity to sell us out to Ophia, it probably would have been like first or second thing on her to-do list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, is Rahi, like, in the way that she interacts, is that making anybody uncomfortable? I know aggression can kind of be, like, a weird thing to have to, like, role play with. That all good for everybody?
I think she's so fun. I love to talk to her.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
I want her to rule the world.
Truly, like, and, like, her gruff persona is very much, like, she's very angsty. Like, that's a bad, she's very aggressive, kind of, like, everything kind of sucks for me. I don't really like a lot of stuff. But with Darby, it's like, that's my scruffy woofy. That's my scruffy woofy snuggly buggly.
This is my poor little meow meow.
Yeah.
None of you can take this away from me.
And also,
Rahi is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine when Rosa has the little doggy and says, I've known Cowrie Shadrack for 1 hour, and if anything happened to them, I'd kill everyone in this room. And
My God.
Rahi is fiercely loyal, which is a good thing for you guys.
But she's on our side.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hopefully.
But yes, thank you
Everybody-
so much
yes.
for watching our show. Thank you for coming to the table with us. Hope you had a great time.
Great job, Drew.
Great job,
Great
Drew.
job, all of
Well
you guys.
done.
That was so much fun, and I'm so happy that you all like enjoyed the fun of it, and I hope everybody is excited for next session, where finally we get to meet the long talked about Ophia Wheelso, Tior Fedorov, and we get to learn what the hell has been going on this entire campaign. Everyone, stay excited. Thank you so much, everyone here. We really do appreciate you. Also, my players are the best players in the world, and we will catch you all next time. Much love.
You.
Peace out,
Both.
everybody.
I'm fading into the nothing.